Well, hey, happy Monday night. Hope all is well. You guys had a great weekend. I was remiss in getting online with you a couple days here. My wife and I had a great little getaway, which we are really thankful for. And so that rolled in through the weekend. But here I am back on Monday, coming live to you guys and asking the question, how do you give back? The reason I ask this question is because I'm going to be spending a number of days this week out in Las Vegas as part of the Desert Tortoise Council. They put on an amazing symposium every year. It moves around. Last year it was in St. George, Utah. This year we're back in Las Vegas. It's a common place where we've come back, but it's a 3-day symposium where we not only talk about desert tortoise, we talk about their habitats, we talk about other species. It's a great opportunity to come and see folks from environmental consultants, regulatory agencies like U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, California Department of Fish and Wildlife, different agencies from Utah, Arizona, Nevada, where the desert tortoise occurs, counties. We have nonprofits there, like the Desert Tortoise Preserve Committee. Just a lot. It's really a fantastic opportunity. And so I've been a part of this organization for many, many years. In fact, I was just emailing with one of the founders, Glenn Stewart, a former professor of mine at Cal Poly Pomona today, which super grateful for him. And so he was one that inspired me to get involved with desert tortoise and conservation. As a young boy, I've always enjoyed nature and outdoors. And it wasn't really until college that I got to really encounter desert tortoise and engage with them. And it became a primary species of my focus as a wildlife biologist. So I really get excited about how we can conserve our natural world, and hence the name Steward Your Business, steward your resources, take care of our natural world around us, right? And so I asked this question about how you give back. To me, it's very important that it's intentional and not accidental. So for me to go and spend these days going, leaving out tomorrow, getting everything set up for this 3-day event, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By the way, if any of you guys are interested or haven't made plans yet, there is still an opportunity to register. They do have on-site registration there. So I would love to see you, even if it's just for one day. But for those of you that aren't aware, the Desert Tortoise Council is a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving and making sure that we have desert tortoises for a long time to come. They've been around for an amazing amount of time throughout the Southwest. Anyways, my question that I'm asking you guys tonight to think about or consider is, how do you give back? How do you give back, not just financially? Of course, that's one way we can give financially, but honestly, your time is more valuable than your money. And so how can you give back? For those of you that don't know, I ran a mobile DJ company for many, many years, Video Music and Magic. Some of you were my clients at one point, which I'm very grateful for. So I have an audio, video background, and presentations and having live events come on. And so that's one way I give back, because I can help. We've got an amazing leader in Dave Hendrick taking on that now, and I'm able to support him in the background. So Dave, thank you so much for all your efforts there. And there's just so many volunteers. Mari Quillman, who I've worked for years over multiple companies, has taken on the leadership of coordinating all of this with so many volunteers. So I would encourage you to see what organization or organizations that you can give back into, because the more that we can give back and pour into others means that we're getting ourselves filled up, right? We're coming from a place of abundance. We're making sure that we're taking care of things. And so for me, it's really, really critical that I give back. And the whole point of creating a company and a business to grow and to be able to generate more revenue and hopefully income is that I can in turn give that back. It's a way of being a good steward. To me, just to have a business, just to, it's not just about me. That's important. It really is. I want to earn more so that I can give more. As I am able to bring value and help others, then I can turn around and as I receive that, give and pour into others. To me, it's important to know that you have a plan for a way that you can give back. And it's not like oftentimes at the end of the year, we're getting beseeched by different organizations. It's the time we can match this and that and the other thing. But isn't it better, in my opinion, if you can be doing that on a regular basis, planning for that, giving back? Um, my goal is to continue to increase my financial giving as well as where I show up and able to help out. So to me, I've made a commitment many years ago with the Desert Horse Council, for example, to go and be present over the courses of 3 days and then setting up beforehand and all of those things. It's a big time commitment, but it's to me worth it. And it's important to be able to create an amazing experience for those that are coming. Some people for the very first time, some people have come for, well, honestly, decades. This organization's been around for 49 years. Pretty amazing. I haven't been in that long because I'm only 50, but it's an amazing organization that I get to participate in and give back. And like I said earlier at the beginning of this, I know both of the original founders, Dr. Christine Berry and Dr. Glenn Stewart. Both I consider mentors, and I'm so grateful that they're still involved with this organization, even though they started it over 50 years ago. This is our 49th symposium that we're doing. And so for me, it's finding ways that you can give back. You saw me talk last week about Trail Life. I give back as a leader there because I know it's important to come alongside other fathers, other sons. I give back at our church, not just financially, like, again, but I serve. I help run some of the audio boards sometimes. Heck, I'll jump on a camera. I'll go where the need is that is in alignment with my gifts, talents, and abilities. That's important too. Is finding those ways that you can give back that are really in alignment with your gifts. Sometimes we're asked to give or spend time or do things, and it's not in alignment with our gifts. And we kind of feel guilty about it. I don't know if you've ever felt guilty, but if you have, drop a comment in there. If you feel like, oh man, I'm being guilted into giving back. Well, don't feel guilty. Just find the place where you're in the right spot. And you're like, man, I love feeling like I can give these gifts. For me, it's a natural to help with the audio visual. I'm a technical tech guy, tech geek guy, if you will. So helping on that end of it is fun for me because it's also connecting with other people. So you guys have heard me talk about how I'm a connector, understanding your gifts, talents, and abilities. That is a way that I can work with some of the speakers. I can go and some of the people are asking questions. I can help move between different groups and individuals. That's natural for me. I'm comfortable with that. That's not for everybody. It's not for everybody to be up in front of a trail life group, being a group leader and coordinating with all these boys on the front end. There's some other ways that people are on the back end. And so if you're not clear on those ways that you can give back, I would love to talk with you about it and help you discover and uncover those things. Part of how we can lead others well, and leading by leading ourselves well, is understanding that and where are we in that sweet spot? Because when you're in that sweet spot, the passion comes alive, the intensity, the ability to serve, the energy that comes from that, right? And when you do that, and I hate to say it, but oftentimes where I've grown up in the church or there's an organization where like, well, we just need this spot filled, and you feel this pull in a negative way, meaning somebody is saying, well, we just need this slot, this thing filled, and you're like, yeah, but that's not the best way I can give back because it's not lining up with my unique skills or abilities. And yes, maybe technically I could do it, but you're better off actually finding a sweet spot for you where you truly give out of your strength and out of your passion, not out of pure obligation. We want to give because I say, I freely received from God. I freely received love, abundance. I want to freely give and I want to find ways that I can give back more. I'm in a stage of life where I want to look and give back more that I'm taking. That's just my life journey here. I've noticed at 50 years old, having taken a lot over the years and collected things and all this stuff, it's like, okay, I still enjoy that. Don't get me wrong, but how can I show up and give back and not just be financial? That is certainly one of the areas. How can we give financially? I look for different groups and organizations. Some of them I just can't go in person, and so I do send funds. But where I can show up in what way that might be, um, that is much more empowering to me. If is And so I'm asking you the question: how do you give back? I love comments. You guys dropping comments about who you love supporting. How do you give back? What does that look like for you? Because it's not the same for everybody. And I think it's important that we don't judge people like, well, you have to do it this way, or you have to be, it's got to be this many hours or whatever. I'm not that way. I'm all about the quality of what you're giving, not necessarily the quantity. Although, like I said, money is one way. That's an easy way to quantify how we're giving. But really think about the quality that you're providing, because honestly, an hour that you give, that hour could be much more valuable than the dollars that you're sending, and the impact that you're having in the way that whoever you're talking to, or the way you're using your unique skills, your insights. For me, I've given back serving on our church council. I've been president before. For those of you in the DJ world, I know many of you guys are actually in Las Vegas this week that I've known over the years. Actually, going to be at the South Point Hotel, where we're going to actually be at the Desert Tortoise. So we're going to have an overlap of DJs and biologists. But I was served in the ADJA, and as a way of giving back and serving. So I knew I could serve in a leadership capacity. Not everybody is designed to be in that front end working on a board. Some people are just like, hey, give me a hammer and nails and I'll build something for you. Amazing. We have at our church up here in Church of the Woods, for our vacation Bible school, there's just an amazing group of people that create these sets and designs, which I don't have any. That's not my that's not my skill or ability. I could tell you that, right? But there are others that help out in getting all the kids together, or training the adults up. And so it's understanding where you fit in that world. Um, I found too, through my coaching and consulting and going through this, what I call kind of your guide style. Some people act better as coaches or consultants, or maybe some people are more of a facilitator or a trainer. And some people are more of an implementer and just applying what is there before you. So, you know, if you're not clear on how you can give back better, I think I would love to talk with you guys. You can again drop me a message in here. I loved your comments. So, share with me like what is an organization that you really like giving back to? Why do you like giving back to them? And what is it that you do when you give back? We can certainly support them financially. There's always great ways to share that. I showed you guys, I bought a hat. So there's one way, I have my hat there of the Horned Lizard Conservation Society as a guide with Giant. I have a book. So I give back, share books or resources and with others. And so just think about ways that you can give back, not just financially, the way you can show up. And most importantly, your time is one of the most valuable ways. But what are your unique skills and abilities, your talents that you have or are cultivating, and how can those be used to give back and to serve others? So that's what I wanted to leave with you guys tonight, just to think about that. Um, I will be dropping my new podcast coming out this week. So the 10th episode of Intelligent Human Leadership. I'd love you guys to take a listen. Let me know what you think. And just welcome your guys' feedback. If any of this is resonating with you, please share it. I encourage you. This is a way that I can hopefully give back and let you guys know more about Steward Your Business and what's going on with me, and inviting you or others that are watching this to contact me and learn more about how I can help you show up to be a better leader so that you can truly give back even more than you are now. Hopefully you're at a good level and you're like, man, I want to up it. I really want to be able to bless. I've been blessed and I want to be a blessing to others. So reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation. Wishing you all the best. I'll be coming live. It may be a little varied this week as I'm traveling to Las Vegas tomorrow and out there this week. But I appreciate you guys jumping on. Have an amazing night, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Bye.